Hello, I'm Woodland Spirit, and this is a playdate of a game called Terminal Conflict. I'm playing this on PC Steam, and because I've formerly covered games by Paradox Interactive, this game has been developed by former developers of Paradox Interactive. So I was quite curious to what they have come up with. And to put it basically, this is basically a war game simulator, or more specifically the Cold War games simulator, basically set right after the ending of World War II. And you basically are in the political command of things going on, movement of influence units, tensions, etc. It comes with a sizable manual within the Steam interface. I've read through it. For what I could, how much of it's stuck, I don't understand. Don't know. I'm going to try my best. This is not going to be a de facto how to play this game, or should I say how to play this game skillfully, but I'm hoping it'll be enough to give you a good impression to think, oh, I might like this. I do apologise if I get any of this wrong, and feel free to correct anything I get wrong. I won't feel offended for it. I feel ashamed if I get anything wrong, because I do pride myself on trying to get things as correct as possible. But anyway, we might as well get ourselves started. If you go, you can play multiplayer against other people, but this is like a war games mode, which is just campaign scenarios. The big picture, I actually haven't tried the other ones yet. The big picture, it gives you a good introductory step-by-step into the game, effectively telling you what each bit is, but I'm going to try and give you the briefest, basic, best understandable overview I can. I'm just going to go straight to balance of power and get started. So you can choose a side, be US or USSR. So basically the Cold War basically involved the US and the USSR. So yep, let's go. So we go. So we start the timeline at 1946. Now, as you see, there's victory conditions, 100 victory points, 150 points more than the opponent. So it's not basically getting 100 victory points, you're getting 100 more. So, or survive to the end of the timeline, the game time, effectively, and complete the space race. So one of those conditions. So I'll hopefully be able to talk through each bit as we go through. Now, posture selection. After however many turns, each side gets to select a focus. A focus is an area. Generally, when you have the focus on a specific region, you don't suffer penalties in terms of movement and other aspects. I'll try and explain as I go through. But anyway, the other side has chosen first. So yeah, then you get a bunch of effects from your chosen focus, and there's attached policies which can be enacted providing the conditions are completed. So that'll last for 3 turns. I've done that. So this is the focus area. Mexican Paria. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that because I'll do it wrong. So overall we have the world, and it's split into different areas, continents, as you may wish, and each number of turns is a focus, and there's a focus on each specific area for that given duration of turns. So this is our focus for 3 turns. You get the choice to either arm or disarm. And war zones. I'm normally select arm, but I think I'm gonna
disarmament.
So I actually get awarded influence so each, because you got your country, your specific splits, typically by country, regions, whatnot, etc. And you gain influence as I've got countdown timer. I'm gonna select one. Let's have started heavily betting against stock market. So at the moment, so they've achieved the policy which it literally chucks everything at you. So these are your let's just call them resources. You got your government, military, elites, people, and finance. Now you have to keep them balanced. You clearly, in this case, you can't have too much as well as too little, and you'll get instability. And if you get too much instability, it's game over. So we get to choose I should say a rectifying option. If we go either way, I'm gonna just, which usually has the effect of trading in a victory point against a resolving factor. But in this case, I'm going to just let the markets decide, because I'm going to spend some of that finance on some militaristic type thing. So let's just make you. There we go. That's resolve that issue for now. So the USSR has already got 6 victory points. Because I've disarmed, I've removed a unit from this area, but I gained influence as a result. So there's probably actually not a huge amount I can do in this area at the moment. Okay. So typically I would have units I could move about. With this being the focus, there's no cost to moving those units about. If I was to move elsewhere, so we've got units here, I click on new, you get a minus a cost of people. When it's an unfocused area, you have this cost. Central America. course. And South America. No, we're in Central America at the moment. Oh, I can actually move a unit into the area with no cost. It's still sure that it would cost, but if you're moving into a focus, it doesn't cost you. Oh, if I wanted, I could deploy a unit. Some areas have cost. There was something that dictated whether it had cost or not. I'm not quite 100% certain on what it was, so do excuses on that. But everything is displayed accordingly. So I'm going to actually deploy a tank unit there. So each action you do uses a turn up, and then the other side gets a turn. It's back and forth like that. So every single action uses a turn. You don't always have to force yourself to do something. If you can't, you can just end the turn. This is some I'm trying to learn when it's best to do something and not do something at present. It is a little bit mind bending because there's a lot of stuff, and so far we're only scratching the surface. So we got one turn left. I've deployed the tank unit. There's a carrier there. I think I'm gonna deploy a fighter as well. I'm gonna deploy him here, just for the hell of it at this point. Oh, no. Right, so it's my turn to select the focus. You have different focuses between the US and the USSR. You don't know what the USSR are, what outcome they have, but each one, it gives you where the focus is and what it's affecting. So here we gain 1 military alignment, and USS military unit deployment cost in North America is 0 during this focus. So here we gain 3 people. US Army posture unavailable during this focus. Set influence in United Kingdom and Southern United Kingdom to 3. Gain 1 finance. Alignment. And here we, at the end of the focus, if US controls more influence than USSR, gain 2 influence in Saharan Africa, gain 2 finance. So gain 2 finance for anywhere, but we can gain 2 influence in Sub-Saharan Africa. That's if US controls more influence than USSR. You can delay it in succession. The timeline ends, which gives you a set of things that happen, but I'm stuck. Kind of want that, but kind of want that. It's all about control and influence as well. So it's going to select that. So what actual I'm pursuing it just for this area. Just control more influence. You also gain 2 influence in Sub-Sahara. Right. So this is going to be tricky, isn't it? I could disarm.
Disarmament.
So because of 4 influence to awarded. So let's have a controlling region, and let's have another controlling region. Okay. So yep. So when you get 3, you gain control, It'll go. Each zone goes up to 5. When you're at 5, you're at dominance. I think like it's like a dominated area. Select area. When you have control, units can pass through without using up. So if I had a unit here, I could move it straight through to here, because not passing through this controlled area. Otherwise, it would have to move it one position at a time. That's the benefit of having a controlled area. So let's think. Let's deploy. So got a bit of cost. Do I not? What if I try and drop a tank in somewhere now? Plane. So I don't want to go spending all my finances at this point, really. Can we move? We possibly can. Can we move? No, we can't. You see, I would have to probably move it down to here and move it out. Can I deploy it here, free of charge? It's not letting us deploy anywhere around there. Cost bound here. Ooh, decisions. So this is your fleet area. I haven't explained that bit. Oh, actually, hang on. Blitzrise in place 3 influence North America. I can actually enact that policy, so I'll do that. Always keep an eye on around here. This is where your policies, and if you meet the conditions, you can enact it for a benefit. Oh, this is the one I'm enacting. So I have control of that and control of that. There we go. So I've enacted that policy, which allowed me to spread 3 influence in Central North America. Yeah, we're in North America, aren't we? Yep. This is basically espionage. Actually thinking that. No. You don't always... yes, we have got options available. So, I can do a bit of reconnaissance. Let's have a look at reconnaissance. So, what they've got influenced areas. So, you can reconnaissance until it fails, basically, and ends the turn. So it gives you a summary of what's just happened. So it can infiltrate, but it's not going to happen. Let's try some reconnaissance again. Yep, we've detected military units. Is that all? Just detected military units. So detected military units there. So reconnaissance failed, so end turn. Right. Can we recon some more? So would that just tell me that failed again. End of term. So I think I'm actually going to be a bit of a cheapskate. I'm going to deploy you here. So they've had a leader, like an important person, doing stuff somewhere, likely producing influence in a certain region, and they can do it so many times before they deplete their effectiveness, their power. This, I'll bring that in. I'll probably talk a little more of that in a moment when we get to, because basically it's allies. You have allies, and oh, I can actually have an ally. It costs 2. No, it costs 1. He's got 2. I'm gonna hire him effectively. The cost of 1 government. So where was he based? There he is. So you because you have a focus, which is here, is it? Yes, it's there. You don't always have to, as I've kind of already said, you don't have to perform actions within the focus area, but like I say, it can come at a cost as well. But if I'm going to mess with our ally here, his costs regardless of whether it's a focus or not. We can spend 1 power to gain influence in local regions, wherever he's based, or can spend 2 power to position 1 influence elsewhere within that region he's situated in. So I think I'm gonna create focus there. This is, oh, they've assassinated them. So-and-so's. They've assassinated my ally. Oh, you. Okay. I'm gonna have to get some military in there, aren't I? Let's get a tank in there. So each unit has abilities as well, usually passive. There is... Oh, no, I never knew that. You can use your tank to create influence. So I'm going to do that. That's something new I've learned today, or this session. Right, so now I'm going to move him. He's going to move over here. So he can't. Can he do anything yet? He's moved. He can create influence. Create influence. Yes, he's creating influence. Right. May well begin somewhere now. So focus complete. So did I actually get my influence? So the USSR has Treaty of Zagolia. Yeah, my pronunciations are not best. So they gain 1 government alignment. US has gained 1 government for each influence in East German Baltic zone, which is probably non-existent, I suspect. So that's what they have selected. So do I arm or disarm? I see someone in my area. I'm gonna arm.
Arms race.
When you arm, you can create war zones. How dare they? That's a war zone. Wait, no, it's my control zone. There, so-and-so's. That's in, yes, East Germany, because that's, yeah, West Berlin. Is that weird history between East and West Germany and Berlin, the Berlin Wall and Cold War and communism, etc. It max out the doomsday clock as well. Ooh. If I wanted, I could create a nuclear strike. Predictions: mutual minor defeat. Well, not today. So 3 turns in Eastern Europe. A sub. Got a sub. And I'm gonna move him into this area. Now this is a combat assessment. So it gives you an outline of what will happen if I move my sub into this area. Basically, both units go into a reorganizing stance from combat ready. So I confirm that. So the sub, they both go into reorganize. So I should find me sub is back here reorganizing, and with that I can then send this sub. No, not yet. They reorganize for so many turns. Oh, they've found an ally, it would seem. Thinking of which, no, we've got no allies, but will he be available? I don't know. So let's get this submarine. Into this area. So because this unit is still reorganizing, is forced to withdraw as my sub neatly engages, and given me 3 victory points. Ooh, hang on, is that? Yes, so they've withdrawn and the focus has ended. Time to select a new focus. So what we got: set influence Northern United to 3, game 1 finance. Alignment. I'm tempted to select that one. Military alignment. Go 3 in people. Military alignment. Deployed cost of Somalia 0. South America. Select. So this is now the focus. So war zone posture. So I get place 2 influence where I have a disarm stance.
Disarmament.
Yeah, so I'm gonna create you I'm going to go and create you as well. So I'm getting more controlled zones. However, should probably deploy a tank. So with that tank, I'm going to create influence, secure zone. There we go. Okay, the games are making a bit more sense in unit control now that I've realised you can use units to actually create influence. That's my bad, that. I'm going to move that unit to this area. Yep. So with him, no. Let's create some more influence. Oh, end of timeline. So I'm on -3 victory points. So considering I seem to start on -6 to start off with, off the bat. So, oh, I get to select the focus. Invert the US people interest count and gain 1 VP. No. Yes. Policies. Peace in all Eastern United States, Western United States, and people at least 6. That would be difficult to do. People alignment at least 4. Why? People alignment at least 2. So it's currently 6, but would take 3 off, which would completely wipe out the people at least 6. So that wouldn't work well. So I have spend 1 government to gain 1 elite. Increases success chance of infiltration by 50%. We got this one. At the start of each US turn, if a surface fleet or carrier fleet is deployed in Turkish Cypriot zone, gain 1 influence in Middle East. Gain 1 military. Might be beneficial to have the military. So sacrificing elites and finance to gain alignment. Use 2 influence and control America. Sorry, in Central America. I say control America. Silly me. But influence creates control. Lose 2 influence in Central America. Set finance and elites gain. So it's basically setting them both to 1. So if I am at least 5 or influence at least 3 in all Western Mexico, blah blah blah. The military is going to be handy. I'm going to select you. War zones. Got a fleet.
Disarmament.
Gain you. I never got you. But it's removed them, hasn't it? Because I've disarmed, so it's garrisoned them. That's annoying. Right. Space race.
We have launched our first object into space.
Yes, we have. We have stuff to research now as well. So let's research.
Our fighters and carrier fleets can now deliver nuclear strikes.
So basically, new units can deliver nuclear strikes, as I just said. I want to redeploy. Oh, that's a hefty cost. Fortunately, I've got you. I'll move you down here. So can they actually create influence as well? Carrier strike. Engage anyone land lender. Right, so no, they don't actually create influence. So what about military? I need some more tanks. Depleting influence. I'm not gonna let influence get too low yet. Cost. Tanks. What? I'm deploying here. Cost of 1. So I'm gonna actually create some influence. Oh, something's happening in West Germany. It would seem. Possibly. Was it? Did it say Germany? Interesting. Right. Let's move you down here. Oh, actually, I wanted to check if there was any allies. Yes, there is. So he's cost of 2. Let's recruit him. Yep, so he's happy. Actually, let's get him creating influence as well. Let's get him creating influence elsewhere, like here. Let's really ruin their day. Yep, they've lost control. Something tells you West Germany might be useful to extend on the influence there as well. Yep, I've used them all up. So that's that focus complete. So USSR gets to choose now. Nation divided. Again, 2 military and 2 victory points. Really? For just selecting the policy as a focus. Well, this is the whole war zone, isn't it? We're not
Arms
armed,
race.
keep armed.
The enemy have launched their first object into space.
Oh, good for them. So, we are... mutual minor defeat. Mutual minor defeat? $77 versus 100. I'm not even sure how it's calculating that, to be honest. Okay, so where are we current state? Do we? Oh, so you got the policies. Any? No, no allies. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. So what we got? We got attack. We can move them. I want to create some influence. Yeah. Oh, we got some sub movement. It would seem. So, in that case, I want to chase him off. Go away. Yep. So now, use me fleet carrier. There we go, got 2 victory points as well. Okay. I need to do some recon, don't I? Reconnaissance failed. Try again. In fact, I can't move him yet. I can move him though. Nothing discovered. There's something there on land. I can strike whatever that presence is. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's go for it. It's a tank. And did we just lose a unit, or did we actually work out what it was? I don't know what there. So is oh. It's made to select, and there's only USSR focus stuff. Oh boy. Middle East or Western Europe. So of course the information is completely unavailable to me. Middle East, Western Europe. Western Europe. Policy of poverty. Politics of poverty. Select posture. I'm gonna arm because I don't want to withdraw the subs. They gained 2 elites. Wonderful. But I want to chase that boat off. Wait a moment, wait a moment, wait a moment. We've completed set all US controlled regions in West Europe to USA dominated. Yes. Let's go for it. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I guess. That's just set all the zones to dominated? I don't know. Some influences have. Control zones to dominated. Right. I'm seeing what's happening. So if it was 3, it set them all to 5. So I possibly should have just waited a little bit before enacting that, maybe? Never mind. Let's get this onto this boat. Go on. So now we're on +2 VP points. Hurrah. Right, now we may well be getting somewhere. Oh, there's a tank there as well. 1 tank. Yeah. Being discovered. So... would that be attacking them? Yes. It's moved, hasn't it? Unknown unit no longer detected. Suppose I could reconnaissance. Hang on. Nope, can't do anything there at the moment. But I could reconnaissance. So it's detected 3 units there. Three tank units. Do I carry on? Constant failure. End turn. Oh. What's he doing? What happened there? I had units there, didn't I? And now we're in the next timeline. Is it? Oh, what happened? Now we're back to -4. Right, so... Spend 2 finance at the start of the USA turn. If Sri Lanka is not USSR controlled, gain 1 influence in Sri Lanka. Is it? Can I determine that? So you can basically check things out. That's quite nice. That's South Asia. That's South Asia. No, that's South Asia. Sri Lanka is under the presence of USSR military. Yeah. So that's going to be no good, is it? actually. Gain 1 VP. I need something with military. And gain 3 elites. So increase success chance of counterintelligence, espionage and mockingbird program by 50% during this focus. Or at least 7. To gain 1 people alignment. Yeah, I'm gonna select that one. They've ooh. I've got no units in there, so I'm gonna disarm.
Disarmament.
I don't get to select any influence. But bit of espionage. Assassinate. 0% chance. Interesting. Zero percent chance. Ends turn affiliate may grant 1 power to leader. Oh. Yeah, it failed. Just to be expected, wasn't it? Have we got any of allies? We got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. How much is him? Actually, no. Eastern Europe. Costs 1 recruit. Where we go? There we go. Yeah, let's use your power. Let's use your power again. The Central America zone. Ooh, the little. So, yeah, that's where they gain that influence. Interesting. So, let's use this power again. And it's depleted. So that's focus complete. USSR gets to choose focus. Building up a party. Gain 1 influence in Eastern Europe and 2 influence globally. Sets elites to 5. 2 influence globally. Lovely. I'm gonna... Wait a moment, nothing's in Warzone mode. Except for that. Eastern Europe.
Arms race.
See, I knew they would try that. I knew they would do that. Seems somebody's been lost, which is annoying. Got more recruitable allies. Oh yes, let's recruit. Not that it's going to be any good, but wait before I so I can do me sub. Oh, they're both going to reorganize. That's a bit annoying. Can I afford another? Can I afford him as well? Wow. What the hell? Yep. Go for it. Ah, so he gets ousted. That was a bit of a waste, wasn't it? So now we're government's in danger of instability. Oh, space race. Let's do that.
We have launched our first animal into orbit.
We can do that as well.
We have sent our first man into space.
Got military and government in danger of being instability there. So we've got technology we can research as well, which we can't because we haven't got enough military. Things are gonna go south if we're not careful. So I need to place 5-star. Is there any reason for the star? I've never had that before. That'll be in the manual, I guess, for whatever reason it is. Right, let's deploy you. So, boom, to seek the top of the status quo, weak government divides. Basically, it's giving you warnings. You can sacrifice a victory point for 2 military. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, it hasn't given us any option for... I thought I was worse off in the victory point stakes. Maybe not. So, with my boat, I'm going to sort you out. Go on. 6 victory points. Yep, I'll sacrifice 2 for 3 government. I don't mind. Oh, we got nuclear status. Mutual minor defeat. Still. Nope. Keep away from the launch button for the moment. Yeah, so... Right, so I've got that back and now I can't do anything with them. Meanwhile, I might as well get him to do stuff. Influence there, control Italy. And you... That's fine. Control... Oh! We've just created a war zone. And we've exposed a unit. So it was on... Wait a moment, what's going on? Armed forces destroyed in war zones generate 7 victory points corresponding to their procurement cost. That's what happened. That's annoying, possibly. Oh, I see. That's annoying. Basically, they've done my trick with lack of readiment. Okay. One turn left. I don't know. Espionage. Ooh, can create finance alignment. 40% chance. Ooh, was that successful? Maybe it was. Maybe? I don't know. Espionage failed. Was worth a try. So, 466 turns. Gain 2 influence in Angola. 1 elite. Declare war zone in Angola. Gain 3 influence in 1 US controlled or dominated region in South Africa zone. Or Angola man. Spend 2 finance gain people alignment. I'll select that one. Oh, there's no war.
Disarmament.
So I'm not even sure what that's trying to tell us. I noticed my tank vanished. Need to move him. create influence. He's on an influential campaign, I've decided. Oh, back to focus selection. USSR gets to choose. Wait, they've chosen. They're trying to destroy the finances.
Arms race.
Yes, because that tank is starting to annoy me a little bit. No allies kicking about? Nope. Of course, there's no conditions met for the policies. Not got enough military to do research. Pop me tank. I need some recon. Failure at 90%. Right, I'm just gonna have this tank go in. Go wading in. Right, both units have gone into a ready state. And I've got no other tanks, but yes. So we're into the next stage of the timeline now. We get to choose military, need the military. That's +2, that's +2 as well. That's 5 turns, so I could use that one then get that one. Gain 2 minutes, add 1 arsenal for each research nuclear technology 1 to 8. Policies, stuff. Yes. Posture. In Central America. Well, would I really want the garrison and everything? That's like leaving your home turf undefended. I'm not sure. I've got some people to expend. I'll keep it on
Arms race.
Really? Let's do the next space race.
We have completed our first rendezvous in space.
Another research.
We have completed our first
Yep.
orbit of the moon.
So we're gonna have a problem soon. I need to extend or expand. Need to I'm gonna move them. Right, so we've used people or one people. Right, so let's just sacrifice one victory point for 2 military. I'm still nowhere near on that research though, but that might change in a moment or two. Right, so where were we? That was the focus, wasn't it? So do I actually have a tank? I don't have a tank. Can I relocate him? Can I not sort of load a tank up and relocate him somewhere else once they're deployed in a place unless... so... The command reserve. So for command reserve, are you certain you would like to retire? Take command reserve, yes. So that should put him there, and then I can redeploy him. There we go. Right, so work that out. Now he's going to create influence. Like so. Out of curiosity, mutual minor defeat still. It's starting to look as though it's gonna get messy as well, doesn't it? So I can't actually move you anywhere, but I'm gonna create more influence. And I think I need to put you back into command reserve for redeployment. You are about to be deployed here. And what is the USSR going to choose? Spend 2 government again, 3 finance. So trying to force us into destabilization. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Trying to force into destabilization. Anyway, so done. So I was gonna have to be
Arms race.
So there's a tank there. You should be able to attack it. Yes. Go for it. This tank, great influence. Now in a controlled region. But I think I want to wait, how much? No, I think under the circumstances I'm going to deploy a boat here. And the station. Yeah, the station in there. Oh, they're trying it on with another tank. Right. Well, I can fry your ass. It's gonna reorganize. But, what? Yep. Oh, he's there. And do the same with you. Go for it. Lost. Another 4 victory points. Okay, that's not working out too bad. A non-unit in North Korea. So I'm going to... Oh, I can move here. Let's move there. Let's create a dominated area. Are we able to move here again? No, just back to this. I'm gonna have to recall here and redeploy. Right, so we need more military. Arm or disarm. I'm gonna keep... Oh, I get a +3 influence.
Disarmament.
But I'll redeploy that tank. 1. Wait, I thought I got to +3 influence. Unless the USSR choose... I think it's a combination of what they choose between sides. I can't, he's too expensive. Damn it. They're all too expensive. allies and they're all too expensive. I'm gonna redeploy that tank. Where's that tank? Give me that tank back. Yes, I don't care. I can sacrifice one victory point to create 2 finance. This tank is going to start creating control. Wait, before I move the tank there, well actually before I do, let's research something.
Our bomber commands can now deliver ballistic strikes.
USSR major victory. Ooh, that doesn't sound good, does it? That's the prediction anyway. Anyway, yes. Can we actually? No, we can't. We can't. So I can't. Yeah. Right. So elites at 5. False flag. Spend 4 elites to falsely implicate the USSR and gain 2 influence in the target region. Infiltrate 1 US military unit, so that's nothing. Need to recon now. So nothing there. Right here. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Well, see any others, you think? I don't think they're interested. Let's just go about normal means, I think. Go down here first. Yep, so we got... We're sure to win. So it's a polls thing. So +4 military at the cost of 2 influence in North America and 1 VP. +4 military. Would that be enough for the other research? Let's do it. Then hopefully... It's not enough for the other research. I need 5. How annoying. Right, this tank is still busy creating influence. Focus on Africa complete. Oh, where to go? PLA movement. Gain +1 influence, or gain 1 influence in all war zones in sub-Saharan Africa. Declare war zone in Angola. Gain 2 elites Did I not have that option? Declared a war zone. Declared a war zone in Angola.
Arms race.
Policy chiefs conform. Okay. Global state. I don't know. It's like an odd bit out there. Oh dear. It's starting to get 4 victory points. Now I've got this tank creating influence, haven't I? Move to... Yeah, might as well move to there. Why don't you, huh? Let's create some more influence. Go. No, try clicking on the tank. This is moved. One last turn. No. Timeline ended. So currently victory points at 4. Space was 5, 8. Who gets to select? Do I? No. They've selected that. So we just elite line by 1 to set influence in the French Belgian zone to 1 and people to 4. And I think at this stage it's going to be arms, isn't it?
Arms race. The enemy have launched their first animal into orbit.
Oh, have they? Catching up a bit there. No, I wait for development because I'm probably going to spend points. Trying the hardest to expand into the Western Europe, aren't I? Okay. Wow. I think my brain's a little on the fried side at the moment. Because at this rate it's kind of a bit of a stalemate all the way through to probably till the end of the timeline. So I've just kind of got lost off playing that. I wasn't I supposed to be describing that and whatnot as I was going. So I think it's starting to feel late here as I'm recording this, and I'm starting to feel fatigued. Thinky games late at night's not a good combination. So I think I'm going to call this here. I may continue this game another time. I'm not sure yet. Got plenty to be doing at the moment. But I hope by watching this and hopefully not being too bored, if you've made it this far, you've got a pretty decent idea of what's actually going on. I hope I've explained myself well enough. I probably haven't, and I do apologise. But until then, take care and keep it fun.